few days ago, I made a video about Bell's palsy, living with Bell's palsy, which I've been doing for 11 years. And it seemed to resonate. Interestingly, it really resonated with a lot of people I have not seen in a really long time. 20 years. People just reaching out to say hello, and that was really incredibly sweet. And then it resonated with a lot of people who talked about being able to show my vulnerability and my pain and suffering. So I thought I would talk about that actually. I was going to talk about some more exercises, but I'm going to talk about vulnerability and what that means exactly. I read a lot of these Facebook guest posts because I find them to be really interesting. Regular people talking about their stuff, and I just took a paragraph from one of them that I thought was really interesting. So it was a woman talking about bullying and being bullied and reaching out to her bullies. She says, "For decades, I've struggled with low-grade depression, anxiety, feelings of inadequacy, and underachievement that have persisted despite years of therapy. I won't argue about that my mental health issues stem only from bullying I encountered in school, but these experiences and my lifelong shyness, hypersensitivity, and self-consciousness, which made me a perfect targeting for bullying and exclusion, have had a lasting effect on me." So that's kind of what I want to be on about. I feel that I am very much in the same or similar boat to this woman, right? What's interesting though is I feel like I have social anxiety. I hate parties. I hate small talk. I've never understood why I am inarticulate around people. And, I have a friend who he started taking my yoga classes, and he's a dear friend. And if I have a dear friend, I'm very articulate. And with my immediate family, I'm very articulate. But he used to comment on how when I was teaching, I was like in total command. And then the second class ended, I'd become like this, inarticulate boob and not be able to speak. And that is kind of me, and when you're 13 and 14 and 15 and you're going to parties and you're not comfortable and you're kind of miserable and you just don't understand why, you don't get it. You don't have a sense of, I am suffering, or I have social anxiety, or I'm shy, and you're not accommodated. I think now you actually are accommodated. I think my daughter shares some of my stuff. But anyway, what she said really resonated with me. So what I wanted to share was how it's not an illusion that I'm being vulnerable in what I'm doing. It's just that I have created this life for myself where I am incredibly lucky to have a platform that allows me to feel free. And I've done this my whole life without even realizing it. So when I was younger, I wanted to be an artist. I was a photographer for a long time. So what is being a photographer, right? It's putting myself on one side of the room and putting the cast, even the audience, on the other side of the room where I'm in control. Even before that, I was a waiter, right? I was a waiter for years. And that's the same exact thing in a pretty subtle way, and there are millions of waiters without social anxiety, but it's this place where you get control. I am taking care of you, which is really what I like doing. I love taking care of people on my own terms. You're taking care of people, but you're in control and they're on the other side, So photographer, I'm on one side of the camera, they're on the other. After that, I had a theater company for a short while, and what is more to that point than a theater company? As a director, you're on one side, you're in complete control of everybody on the other side, and so I project this power, but again, when the rehearsal ends, I go back into my shell, which I'm not uncomfortable with, right? Like, this is who I am, and when I was younger, I really didn't get it, and now I really do get it, so I don't go to parties, but I still have these feelings of incredibly discomfort. My son plays hockey. I go to his hockey games and I'm just lost. And what's really interesting to me, I think I'm pretty sensitive. I feel like I know there are other people at his games that are standing there silently by themselves in a really similar way. I often stand silently in a group, but it's all relative. Then I came to yoga and it was the same exact thing. So my life is it's just been this incredibly lucky experience of intuitively knowing what I needed to take care of myself. So again, as a teacher, I get to be on one side of the room with control of everyone on the other side of the room. I am a caretaker, I am giving. It is really great. And yet, through it all, it reinforces my neuroses, or how I'm not becoming, or I'm not really taking on some of the things in life I should be taking on. And so what made me think about this was all of these people reaching out to me from years ago, right? All spectrums. Like, as a kid, I think it's a social anxiety or thing where I would just have groups of friends and I would leave them each year. Every year I'd have a new group of friends, and I've done that over and over again. And I think that's another protecting thing. And I've not managed to maintain friendships. So that's what started this, was all these people started reaching out and saying hello. These people I love and these people I spend time with. And I would wonder, why am I not friends with them now? Why am I not still connected to them? What is my problem? So, for what it's worth, I am so lucky in my anxiety, my mild depression, my inertia, to have created this room, right, where I can be here and you can be there, and I can be free and confident, and I can also show my vulnerabilities, and I can show my problems, which are, great and many, and also small and little in the grand scheme of things. So I don't know, that's what I just wanted to talk about, that I am happy to show my vulnerability in these recordings, but it's just easy for me. And I don't think life is always about taking the easy path. And I'm just going to admit to finish that, there is a certain sense of me that would like to step out from behind the camera and be as commanding and vulnerable away from the camera and away from my little place of safety and control. So there you go. Have a great day. I'll be back to exercises shortly.